This week's cartoon is brought to you by you. That's right. Head on down to pleaseexplain.org.au to get a bottle of our Senate Gin and Rosella vodka and help support the series. Now, let's get on with the show.
Dear Diary, it's been 3 weeks since we crash landed on this tropical island in Adam Band's private jet, and our little society is thriving. We've got an abundance of coconuts, the economy was booming and things couldn't be better, but there was just one little thing missing. What we needed was the government. And wouldn't you believe it, I won with just 33% of the vote. And of course my first move as leader was to install these beautiful wind turbines to help us achieve net zero. But the sound of sustainable energy attracted the attention of the natives. So as leader, I did what I do best. I grovelled. Oh, I feel so guilty about colonising the island. I'm sorry, I'll do anything to repay you, please. So we apologised on behalf of the entire island. We stopped people from climbing their big cool rock, and we shared with them hundreds of our coconuts so they could give them out to the other natives. We had so many really important things to do, but we needed a lot more coconuts than we had at the time. So, facing a huge problem, I did what I always do. I jumped on a raft and went on a holiday and visited a bunch of other islands. But that's when I got a real smart idea. I brought in all these immigrants from other islands to help us pick more coconuts. And even though we didn't have enough huts for all these new people, all I had to do was go and get more immigrants to help build more huts. There were problems everywhere, and all I could do was pour coconuts on them to make them go away. But then the great coconut recession hit, and there weren't enough coconuts to go around. But that didn't matter to me. I was more concerned about how the natives felt instead. I sat with them in the dirt, and I cried with them. And even though we'd changed the names of everything, welcome to Budu, and we were doing these welcome to island ceremonies all day and night, and giving out 30 billion coconuts a year. And somehow that wasn't even making it to the natives that needed it most. So the best thing I could do was give them an advisory panel called The Voice 2. And this time there was no way I was going to hold a referendum. I just decided to change the island constitution all by myself. What could go wrong? And now we're on a raft in the middle of the ocean. Pretty crazy how that island just exploded all by itself, eh? What are we going to do now? We're going to have to colonise another island. But this time we must be much more conservative. Yeah, but you know what? I think we've all learnt our lesson. Why don't we go back to Australia? I left my passport on the private jet. I'll never get through the border. Don't worry about that, fellas. As long as there's a Labor government, nothing's going to stop this boat.
Stop! In the name of Prime Minister Pauline Hanson!
Prime Minister Pauline Hanson?
You know, ever since you boys went missing, Australia's really been thriving.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, it's been the best 3 weeks ever. Cost of living crisis is over, consumer confidence is at an all-time high, we've cleaned up the indigenous industry so the money's actually being spent on those that need it, not just lining the pockets of the handful of elites. Even Sky News is happy.
You know what? Everything's great. So, good night and sleep well, Australia.
What? That's incredible.
Oh yeah, Prime Minister Hanson's really pulled it all together.
You know what? I'm glad. I've realised that I'm not cut out for leadership or for politics. None of us are. What do you say, fellas? When this boat docks in Canberra, why don't we go do something that's really in the country's interests? Resign. Yeah! Alright, Navy guy, let's go to Canberra.
Canberra? No, we're going to Christmas Island. Our Prime Minister has a border policy.
Oh no! Immigration detention! Authorised by D. Huxium for Pauline Hanson's One Nation Brisbane.